continuing with our lesson on simultaneous linear equation. In our first lesson, it told us that we shall be looking at the various methods we use in solving simultaneous linear equation, and we started out by looking at the substitution method in our first lesson, and we considered 1A question. And in our lesson for today, we are going to look at the 1B question under your substitution method. Now on the board it is written here that if 2x minus y equals to 6 and 2x plus 4y equals to 1, then we are required to find the value of what? 4x plus 3y. Now the very first thing we do here is to write out this equation here as 2x minus y equals to 6. That, let's call it equation 1, and then we also write this one out as 2x plus 4y equals to 1, and that is our equation 2. So under the substitution method, if you recall from our first lesson, we said that we have to decide on what variable to substitute with, make that variable the subject of the formula, and then replace that value it represents in another given equation. For instance, now the best place for us to start our substitution method here is from this equation 1, and the variable we are to substitute for is y. Now the reason why we are picking y is because originally the coefficient is minus 1, so it's very easy for us to start up with y. Now from equation 1 we'll have 2x to equals 6. We bring our plus y to this side, plus y, and then the next thing we do is to send our y to this place, so that therefore we arrive at y equals to, here we become 2x minus 6. So this will now become our equation 3. From this equation 3 we can directly get the value for y if we know the value for what? X. So this is what the substitution method is all about. Make one variable the subject, then replace that variable with its equivalent, which in this case is 2x plus minus 6 in the second equation here. So that's what we are going to do now. So in the next step we are going to say put 3 into 2. So we are going to take our equation 3, which is what we have here, and put it into equation 2. Now in equation 2 we have 2x plus 4y, but y now has a value. What is the value? According to our equation 3, y is 2x minus 6. So instead of writing y, we are replacing it with what? 2x minus 6. We close the bracket and equate everything to 1. So what I've just done now is a substitution method. We took out y and replace it with 2x minus 6. So we have to solve this simple equation on the board. So here we have 2x plus, we expand the bracket here, 4 times 2x will give us 8x, then plus minus is minus, then 4 times 2 is what? 24. 4 times 6 is 24. So we have everything there equals to what? To 1. So the next step we are going to take is to add up these two, which gives us 10x. That is 2x plus 8x will give us 10x. Then our minus 24, we are bringing it to this side to become plus 24. So if we do that, we are going to have 1 plus 24, and the value for 1 plus 24 will give us what? 25. So eventually we have 10x equals to what? 25. I believe you are following the steps we are using here. Now at this point we are going to divide both sides by 10, since we are looking for what? For x. So if we do so, you are going to have the final value for x, therefore, to be equals to, now let's come over to this place, 5 will go into 25 5 times, and into 10 2 times. So we are having 5 upon 2 for the value of x. Now we need to get the corresponding value for y. So we come up here, let's take it up here please. So we are going to put this value for x into equation 3 to get our y. So in equation 3 we say put x equals to 5 upon 2 into equation 3. So now in equation 3 we have y equals to 2. The value for x based on what we have here is 5 upon 2. Then we have minus 6. If we simplify this 2 we cancel this 2, you'll be left with what? 5 minus 6, and 5 minus 6 will give us the value for y, therefore as minus 1. So we have the value for y, we have the value for x, therefore we can summarize the final results here for 4x plus 3y. This will now be equals to 4 multiplied into the value of x. X we have here as what? 5 upon 2. Let's take this down here. So we can say this value is equals to what? 4 into bracket 5 upon 2 plus 3 into bracket minus 1. If we simplify this 2 we cancel 4 to give us 2, and 2 times 5 will give us 10, then plus 3 times minus 1 will give us minus 3, and if we simplify that we are going to have 7 as our final answer. So that is the answer to this question. We have the value for x as 5 upon 2, we have the value for y as minus 1, then we have the value, which is what we're actually looking for 4x plus 3y to be what? 7. I believe you enjoyed this lesson. Please, you can go over this video again and make sure you grasp the basic concept of substitution method. Don't forget to like this video, place a comment in the comment box, and subscribe if you have not done so. Please also hit the notification bell so that you will be notified when the next video comes up. Thank you for your time. I will see you in my next lesson.